Good morning, you beautiful bunch. It has just gone 9 AM, just off the treadmill, hence why I'm probably a little bit shiny, a little bit sweaty. Did some low intensity steady state cardio. Any of you that are interested in that, check out one of my other videos on List and Hit. It'll tell you why I do both to maximize fat loss. Anyway, one of those mornings where I was on the treadmill, I was watching Kill Bill 2 on Netflix, and then my mind started to wander, and I've had a few people messaging about different things this week, so you know, I was thinking about content, what am I going to put up. I literally finished my 30 minutes, got a scrap piece of paper, jotted down what I wanted to go over with you guys this morning. And it's something that I think is probably most relatable to the majority of people that go to the gym. Like, most people, when they come to me as a client, they will say to me, I want to lose weight. So I wanted to go over basically the reason why you're not losing weight, why you just can't shift that stubborn body fat, and it really is simple science, guys. I'm going to refer to the law of thermodynamics, which in layman's terms is basically energy in versus energy out. So if I keep looking down at my list, it's just because I want to make sure I cover absolutely everything. And again, this is really like unplanned, just a quick spontaneous video. I'm not going to beat around the bush, guys. It is very simple. If you are fat, if you are overweight, if you're unhappy with the way you look, it is because you have too much food coming into your body in comparison to your total daily energy expenditure, okay? Food is fuel. That's all you've got to think about. Food is fuel. If you're putting food into your body, you're putting energy into your body in the form of calories. And if you don't use that energy to either support fueling your daily activity level, your exercise, repair, growth and recovery, and then that excess energy, if you're not, like I said, using it, you're going to store it. And how are you going to store it? You're going to store it as fat. It's as simple as that. There's no if, buts or maybe. That's just a fact, okay? So that's the first thing I wanted you to get your head around. It's literally energy in versus energy out. Secondly is weight loss versus fat loss, and there is a significant difference, and this is where people go wrong. I'm going to use like a little case study here, which I see every time I walk into the gym. I'll see the people who are overweight, and their goal is obviously to lose weight. What I mean by lose weight is they want to lose fat. They are on the treadmill, they're running at an all-out pace, they're really hot, they're sweaty, they're out of breath, and they're watching the calories rack up and up and up. Maybe you've been guilty of this in the past yourself. I know I have when I first started training. But you're not maximizing fat loss there, guys, okay? That's why I did the List and the Hit video, to explain that. But you feel, like I said, you're going to be out of breath, you're hot, you're sweaty, and you feel like you're losing loads of weight. And yes, you are burning calories and you will lose weight, but that does not mean you're losing fat, and that's the difference. Weight comes from a number of factors, okay? Fat mass, muscle mass, bone mass density, water weight, so many different factors will affect your weight. Whereas if we're focusing specifically on fat mass, it's a completely different story. That's when you've really got to be smart with your training and your eating. Again, all of these are covered in my other videos, guys, so just go and check those out. So that's the other thing, was the weight loss versus fat loss. So let's go back to energy in versus energy out. So how do we work that out? Well, I've already done a video on this. I'm going to link it at the end of this video. It's basically how many calories do you personally need, and that is all based on your gender, your age, your height, your weight. So it's very specific to each individual. It's going to allow you to calculate your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. So if you were to essentially lay in bed all day and do absolutely nothing, it's the amount of calories your body needs to support your current weight and all your life sustaining functions. Then it takes into consideration your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. What you do on a daily basis. Are you an active person? Do you sit at a desk, etc.? Again, I'm going to link the video at the end, so be sure to go watch it, and that way you can find out exactly how many calories you need to consume specific to your goal. Okay, NEAT. I don't know if you've heard of NEAT before, just N-E-A-T. It stands for Non-Exercise Activity Thermogenesis. So NEAT is a great way to increase your total daily energy expenditure. Like I said, non-exercise activity thermogenesis is things that you don't consider an exercise. Tapping your foot, chewing gum, maybe taking the stairs rather than the lift when you go shopping, carrying the bags, don't use an escalator, carry the basket. all these small little changes that you can factor into your day-to-day activity that would just increase energy expenditure. Really simple things, but that could add up to, I don't know, 50 to 100 calories extra a day that you wouldn't normally do. And that might not seem like a lot, but that can be all the difference over the period of a week. 350 to another 700 calories you're burning just from basic little things, and it's like so easy to implement into your day-to-day activity. Calorie deficit from food and exercise. Okay, last point I just want to touch on them. You can lose weight, guys, just from a calorie deficit from food. There's no, again, ifs, buts or maybes. It's simple science. If you work out your BMR and your TDEE based on the video at the end of this video, then you can simply create a calorie deficit from food intake. I would aim for like 15 to 20%. That's quite a conservative deficit on your total daily calories. Again, it's explained in the other video, but you will lose weight. Does that mean you're going to specifically lose body fat? No, you're probably going to lose some muscle mass, some fat mass, depending on how you get your macros. But ultimately, you need to be getting those training sessions in as well, guys. And I will always promote weight training. So a combination of free weights, resistance-based movements, exercises using machines, whatever you want to use, body weight. As long as you're adding that stimulus to the body and giving it a reason to either maintain your lean muscle mass or adapt and potentially, build some lean muscle, then you're going to constantly promote adaptation. Changing your workouts, your frequency, sets, reps, tempo are a number of ways that you can, again, just promote that continuous adaptation. But ultimately, yes, if you're overweight and you don't enjoy exercising, you can still lose weight, guys, from just manipulating your diet. It really is as simple as that. There's something also I miss here, is intermittent fasting. If you are someone that is really struggling to lose weight, again, it's simply because you've got more energy coming into your body from food than you are burning, going out from exercise. It really is as simple as that. Think of it as some scales. More food coming in, you're going to gain weight. If your food coming in is equivalent to your energy expenditure, you're going to maintain your weight. And if you've got less food coming in or you're doing more exercise, you're going to lose weight. It's as simple as that. Again, whether that comes from purely from fat or whether that's a combination of muscle, water weight, fat mass, everything else, that all depends on whether you're exercising and, again, the split of your macronutrients, so protein, fat and carbohydrate intake. I'll do another video on that so it's just a bit easier to understand. If you do struggle with that, then why don't you try what I do, intermittent fasting. I don't do it every day. I listen to my body, and if I need to eat, I will eat. But if I can push those calories back, so my first meal back to 12, 1 o'clock, then I will do it. If I know I'm going to be training in the morning, yes, I'm going to have a meal before that's high in carbohydrates and maybe some protein to fuel my workout and try to prevent any muscle breakdown. But ultimately, if I'm not training until the afternoon and I don't really need that energy and I'm not doing anything that's high intensity, I know I can use stored body fat as my energy source to get me through the first part of the day. That way I've then pushed back the same amount of calories that I would have eaten throughout the day to half the day, and I'm less likely to overeat. I can plan my meals, I can have bigger meals if I want to, and I'm still going to hit either maintenance calories or a calorie deficit. Anyways, I hope you found that information useful, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to reach as many people as possible, and your support honestly means the world to me. On that note as well, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I post daily motivational advice, workouts, nutritional advice, etc. My Instagram stories are live every day as well, so follow me at Callum Melly. And if you enjoyed the video, simply give it a thumbs up. It gives me something to work with, and I know who's enjoying the videos and what content is being appreciated. Other than that, guys, have an awesome day, and I'll catch you next time round. Peace!